welcome to City Biz. My name's Bridget Hom, and I'm your host, and I am with an incredible man named Kenny Klinger, and he is actually the CEO of Go Flooring. And honestly, I don't even want to waste time with anything else. I just want to get to talking to you about this amazing business and how it came about. So, Kenny, can you please tell us about your background, your journey that led you to become the CEO of Go Flooring?
Well, for my background, it's pretty diverse as far as different types of companies. Worked for in management capacities for a couple of different Fortune 150 companies, but in my later years, as I'm getting older, I've worked for several, or not worked for, helped lead several startups in a couple of different types of sales verticals, whether it's solar, home security. I even worked with a company where we worked with land developers. So it's given me a pretty broad base of information and knowledge to be able to build and scale not just sales teams, but whole organizations. So my background is sales. Like, that's who I am. I'm a sales guy. But I've had to get those lessons along the way to really be able to run a whole company, especially at kind of this level.
Yeah, what motivated you to join the flooring industry? Based on your vast expertise, you probably could have done a lot of things. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so it wasn't just me, right? So I have a group. I'm a co-founder, so I'm not the founder. I have 4 partners included in this that have marketing backgrounds, financial backgrounds, operational backgrounds. So you kind of, I'm just I like to say, I'm just a dumb old sales guy. I got to surround myself with smart people that are able to do different things. And so that core group had been together for a while. And so when we were looking at the landscape and kind of looking at the next thing we wanted to tackle as a team, flooring stuck out like a sore thumb, but in a good way. Flooring is a great industry. A lot of American-made products are involved. We work with some of the top distributors in that. But when we looked at the digital marketing landscape, it was wide open for someone to enter into the flooring space as a mass marketer. It's a segmented industry where there are thousands of small family-owned shops that have serviced an area for decades, sometimes 60, 70 years. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Those are the fabric of America. Those are great companies, great people. But for the masses, they don't know who to go to or who to trust. And because it wasn't a name out there, it wasn't a brand. Like, if I want someone just to do it for me and do everything for me, who is that? Who do I need to go to? So that really permeated with all of us. We're like, man, we gotta get involved in that. So we did. It was last October. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. So we're super excited about all that.
Incredible. So what do you believe sets Go Flooring apart from competitors in the industry? And how do you plan to maintain or enhance that competitive advantage?
Well, to me, there's no secret to advantages. And it starts with, there's really 3 P's. And the first one is people. So you have to invest in the right people inside of your organization. So that P is very important. That you've got the right folks that not only are working for you, but are representing you out in the marketplace, in people's homes, et cetera. Second is process. So you've really got to develop processes that are scalable to build a company to the size that you want to build it to, right? So process is very important. And then third, to me, the third P in that trilogy is you got to have the right product or products. Right. And so we tie all those things in together at Go Flooring with, partnering with the right manufacturers in conjunction with having, a proposition in the house that is completely hands-free. So when we come to your home, we're able to show you how you can get your project accomplished without ever lifting a finger, except to point at what one you want or what couple of styles that you want. And we'll take care of everything, including the financial side of that. So I think encompassing all of those things together, that has created a competitive advantage because there are certain segments of this business that are out there that do a great job with products, just pure products. Got tons of products, good prices. That's great. But what about the service side? What about the financial side? What do I do with my old stuff? What do I, So the customer is left like, I have no clue how to get this done. And this is a do it for me society that's out here. So we that's our bread and butter is to be able to come in and say, let us do it for you. We have the partnerships with the right manufacturers. We're going to take care of everything, including moving your furniture and taking your old stuff away and disposing of it properly. And then we're going to warranty it, for the lifetime of the manufacturer's warranty and stand behind it. And oh, by the way, let me make it really easy for you to say yes, because we're going to be able to get you financing for your project too. So those are all together. That's the soup that makes the thing go round, right?
I love it. People, products, and process. And I always say you always want to be productive, proactive, and profitable too. We're just playing with peas, but
We got pea soup.
we have pea soup right now. Exactly. And gosh, my husband could have used you when he did our flooring, Kenny. Where were you? I should have met you a while ago. Uh, Kenny, I'm curious. You said, the products, the process, and the people. How would you describe your leadership style and the values you prioritize when leading your team and organization?
Well, I'm a coach and an educator at my core, and so those are making sure that our folks are constantly developing. Right. I love the fact that in pretty much everything that I've been associated with, as far as an entrepreneur or with startup companies, we have grown our people up in with that business, and tried, especially people that have the aptitude and the attitude to do it. We've grown them up with those organizations, but that takes education, that takes coaching, right? So those are the things that at my core I am naturally. I love to do those things. It's like fun time for me when I get to be in front of individual or groups, to be able to help coach and train, and those types of things. So that's my core. That's who I am as a leader. But I'm also a motivator. I love to be able to get people fired up about what they're doing and how they're doing it, and the impact that they're making on the consumer in this situation is exciting. The customer is excited. So why don't you be excited about getting involved with their project? So that describes me as a leader.
I love that. I always say coaching is not just for coaches, and personal development is the foundation for professional success. And I feel like you really have embodied that at Go Flooring. Let me ask you another question. As a CEO, what is your vision for the future of Go Flooring? How do you plan to drive growth and innovation within the company?
Well, I mean, our vision, our goal is that whatever market we are in, right, is that Go Flooring is the go-to option for floors, right? So that's our goal. Now, the vision obviously is to be a national brand, right? That might take more than that 1 to 5 year window, right? But that is the ultimate vision for the company, is to be a national brand. So we're doing everything we can to lay the bricks and blocks for that foundation right now, so that is possible, after we go over this next 3, 4, 5 year period, and build out regionally, which we will be doing. But that is the ultimate goal, is to be a national brand.
Incredible, right? Everyone talks about Go Flooring at their dinner table. It's like, oh, you need floors, you need to Go Flooring. Have you talked to Kenny? Have you talked to any of his people, right?
Right. It's just like you want electronics. Where do you go? Best Buy, something like that, right? So when you think about floors, we want you to think about Go Flooring.
Exactly. I love it. So where are you serving now? North Carolina? Are you serving the surrounding states? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're in the surrounding states, so we've moved pretty quick already. We service North and South Carolina and Georgia, and we'll be moving into Tennessee within the coming weeks. So we're making plans on that currently to move into that area as well. So that'll just it's kind of a mushroom effect is the way that our plans are. It's not I want to just hop over to 3,000 miles away or 2,000 miles away. We want to stay connected as we grow in the markets that make sense.
Absolutely. And that's all about making the right decisions, right?
Yep.
So, how would you describe your leadership decision making style in your role as as the CEO, particularly when faced with challenging or high stakes situations?
Well, any leader has tough decisions they have to make basically every day, and that's part of the gig, right? That's part of the job description is that you've got to be the one to make those tough decisions. I've been blessed, like I was saying before, to have a really good team around me that I trust and I value their opinions. So I'm certainly, you asked about my style. I'm not a dictator by any means. That is not in my DNA. I have opinions for sure that if I firmly believe in, I'm going to voice louder and louder. But I lean on each one of those folks that are inside of our leadership team, our core leadership team, our owners and executives, when we have to make those tough decisions. I don't want to just be the only one to do it. Now, if I have to, I will. Like if we can't come to a consensus, I will make those decisions. But I lean on the expertise of others. I'm not an operational expert. I'm not a marketing expert, but I have people that work for me, and so I lean on those. Their experiences and their expertise to help guide those decisions.
But what I love about what you said, Kenny, was that you have really created a positive work culture. So I think, based on this, seeing your company, how it's starting to grow and branch out, I think it speaks to your leadership style because you're showing up with authority, credibility, and relatability, and your team feels supported by you. Uh, and so I think that Go Flooring is good. It sounds like it's had some incredible growth over how long have you been in business?
Celebrating a year next month.
Wow, that's awesome. That's incredible. I loved how you said that you focus on motivating your team. What can you give us some examples of, other leaders who are listening? How do you motivate your team? I'm just curious. Do you have a ritual? Do you have something that you always share with them, inspiring quotes? What is it?
What we do, we have, so part of being a really good leader is being consistent, right? So you have to be consistent with your folks. And I have a very consistent cadence of communication with our entire team, and specifically our sales team. I really try to lead the band on that part. And I look at it as inclusion, right? So I don't want them to feel like they are being told what to do all the time, or just being force fed information. And so I have a cadence. It's 3 days a week. It's 30 to 45 minutes. So it's not like this ridiculous amount of time. And it's in a period of their day when I know that they are driving, right? They are driving to their first appointment of the day. And so we get them all on a huddle call, and we have a little powwow time. We are able to celebrate some wins. We're able to give information. I want to get feedback from the field on things that are working for them, what they are seeing out in the field that we could help shift the tide to improve, right? So I'm getting information. And then again, celebrating and getting them ready for the day. And so those brief meetings 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and keeping that cadence super strict, right? We never veer off of that. They're excited. They now are excited about those calls. They like being on those calls. They love to hear their name called when they sold a deal or two the day before, right? And we high five over video conference calls like this one. But I think those things are important. Everybody wants to be acknowledged. You know, when you're leading a sales organization, they bonuses and things like that are great. You know, winning a watch or a trophy or a plaque, those are great. Don't stop doing those, but just acknowledge the things that are happening great out there every single day is what matters to those individuals. So that's part of the things that we do, but including folks, I think is a big part of making sure that your culture's right, and that your folks all feel involved, and getting them all together as often as you can, to be able to level set where you are as a team and set goals, readjust focus, all those good things.
Well, I think you said so many gold nuggets for leaders. People who are in C-suite positions are leaders, and you have a community. So you said community and consistency are what drive Go Flooring, and I think that's absolutely so profound. Kenny, I think Go Flooring is going places, and I can absolutely see you guys going national. And can you tell people how to get a hold of you or in touch with you if they need anything about to know about flooring? You seem like someone who's the expert in this, and you seem like someone who would be like, hey, this is what's going on. Let me help you out here. So how can people reach you or know more about Go Flooring?
Yeah, certainly through our website, goflooring.com. But don't be afraid to reach out to me directly. My first initial, last name, K Klinger at goflooring.com. Email me, I'll hit you back. Especially if you have just some questions about entrepreneurship. Maybe you're in the flooring business. I mean, I love talking to other flooring owners. I've only been in the business a year. Hell, I'm still learning this myself. Right. So I feed off of other folks that are in the business as well, to figure out what has made them last 75 years in whatever town they're from. Because it's a great fraternity. The flooring community is very welcoming. I was down in Atlanta for a ball game with one of our manufacturers for the opening week of the NFL season, and met a whole bunch of floor store owners, and all of them were the same way, sponges, and wanted to learn new ways to innovate inside of their own companies on how to market, how to get more customers, those kind of things. So I'm more than happy to share and help. There isn't a secret sauce, but there is a secret to how you put it all together, of all the things that you need to do to be able to be successful. Yep.
Absolutely. And it's all about creating that community. And it sounds like, Kenny, you are impacting lives in so many ways, because let me tell you, when my husband did the flooring, you know, we were looking at therapists. Okay. So you're making people's lives better. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today, Kenny. And Kenny, CEO of Go Flooring. You already said his contact info. Go to goflooring.com. He's now in the North Carolina area, South Carolina, Georgia, and it's going to the whole US soon. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.